It's time for our first ever double watch along. It's a double feature. Let's start in game 2 with the Lakers and the Nuggets. This is the place to pick up. Jamal Murray has struggled immensely throughout the first couple games of this series. They're actually talking about it on the broadcast here, and they get into a little dribble handoff action and just an incredible finish around Anthony Davis at the bucket. And the question is, will this get Jamal going? It's a 7-point deficit. The Lakers had a big lead earlier in this game, and the Nuggets have just been slowly chipping away at it, hitting that extra gear that they have at home. We'll talk a little bit more about their home performance later on in the video. But this is just the crescendo of Denver, taking it up a gear, hitting a level that only they can seemingly hit, especially when they're at home. 7 seconds on the shot clock. What do you do? Two-man game, inverted pick and roll. Jamal Murray, he almost makes that. And remember that footwork. Put that footwork in the back of your head. That little shortened second step into a fading sideways shot. Great defense by Peyton Watson. The finish in transition. It was a 19-point lead in the third. Nuggets cut it to 10 by the end of that period, and now it is a 5-point game. So a little over 8 minutes to play. I think that was Justin Holiday with the length, deflecting the pass. Then Gordon can get it next. Springs the turnover. Great length and activity defensively from these big guys off the bench for the Nuggets. Peyton Watson, we just saw, obviously, can protect the rim incredibly well. So on the restart, two-man action. Murray gives it to Jokic, chases the handoff. We've seen this before. A little behind the back doesn't go. But the thing Denver can do, and we talked about it in the deep dive clutch video we have out on the channel from earlier in the year, is they just are so good down the stretch because you can't take away that two-man game that they want to run, and that two-man game exists within the organic structure of the offense. Jokic is actually on Hachimura here, not Davis, so LeBron brings him up into the pick and roll, gets a beautiful little scoop pass coming down the lane there for free throws. 1 of 2 for Rui. More two-man game with the corner empty. And that looks good for Murray. Little hop back. Remember that footwork. Jab step like you're driving into the lane. Huge hop back. 18-foot mid-range down to 4. And Anthony Davis, huge offensive series for him. But Aaron Gordon that time, nice contest, got underneath him. Same move from Murray. Haha. So he's just working this move where he comes off the handoff. Now, Vincent doesn't want to leave Gordon at the dunker spot. With the two shooters spaced behind the arc here, Rui and LeBron don't want to slide over. So Murray, that little hesitation where he acts like he's going to pull it back is all it takes to get half a step. The great dexterity on the scoop. And so fourth quarter Jamal has come to life after struggling immensely in the first, game and a half of this series. So KCP goes under the LeBron screen. That gives him the airspace, and his improvement as a shooter over the years is part of just his incredible longevity. He's now an above-average pull-up shooter like that from 3. And man, KCP misses this, but this is what makes the Denver offense so difficult to guard. It's an inverted pick and roll with Jokic playing point guard. Reeves tries to recover because they don't want to switch Reeves onto Jokic, and that recovery is essentially what creates all the space for KCP on that quick pull-up. He's a great shooter, but just misses that one. Jokic back onto Davis here. They don't give up the switch. Oh my gosh. I mean, they did not get anything that time. They tried the screen and roll, no switches, no advantages. And LeBron James pushes it right back to 8 with just over 5 to play. You can always fall back on Jokic in the post. They double, skips the pass out. And playing at altitude in Denver is such a home court advantage for them because when you play these intense games with pace, here they come right on cue in transition. Oh, what a great pass by Michael Porter Jr. And this is the growth of Michael Porter Jr., particularly in this series where his overall floor game has been better. This is a pretty good three-pointer for him in transition, but a layup is better, and you basically get free throws. But the Nuggets seem to get stronger later in the game, and these run-out plays are so critical as part of their success. Jokic outlets, Jokic grab-and-goes, whatever it may be. So Jokic back on Rui. They bring him up to set the screen. And again, just not giving up that switch. And so you end up with LeBron dribbling for the entire possession. KCP's hands, he has some of the best hands in the league, as we talked about at Thinking Basketball podcast. We give out the Thinkies every year for our defensive awards is one of our favorite episodes. KCP always gets shine there. And so working for that switch, playing that very deliberate hunting game against Jokic to try to create that switch, has stalled out the offense a couple times. Nice challenge and contest by Davis. Jokic gets it back. And look at this. Two-man game, pitch back to Jokic. Incredibly well defended by Anthony Davis, who takes the body shot, contests, and the second Jokic shoots it, he goes and gets it because he knows where it's going. This is that Z-bound concept we talked about with him so many times over the years. It's not the shooting percentage that counts, it's the efficiency on the possession. And when he grinds you back toward the basket like that and then has the motor and the reaction time to go get it, you didn't stop it. You have to clear the board to finish the possession. Okay, Lakers come out of the timeout, just over 4 to play, 4-point game. And it's a little two-man game with AD and LeBron, not a bad thing to fall back on. But again, they don't really generate an advantage. Oh, another bailout shot from LeBron James. This is multiple possessions in a row. We've seen the Lakers struggle to get anything in the first 15 to 20 seconds of the shot clock. And first, KCP defends this just so well, navigating the screen, disrupting anything they want to do. And then second, at the end here, when Davis rolls down to the basket, Jokic comes over to help. Murray is sitting at the free throw line to take away that driving lane. There's no movement from the Lakers, so it's easier to defend. And you just end up with this late clock up and under move. It's just spectacular shot to bail them out. But LeBron missed that free throw. So it's another free throw, another point the Lakers are leaving on the board in these incredibly close games. I'm always fascinated by this stuff. Our perception of the game changes because someone missed or made a free throw or two 5 minutes before the end of the night. Jokic in the meat grinder with the hook. And the question is, where do you double here after Jokic gets this foul line touch? Because LeBron doesn't want to leave Aaron Gordon at the dunker spot. We know what happens there. Jokic finds him. And you have the two insanely good shooters on the other side of the court. So Jokic just gets a ton of space to work with. He's too skilled. The touch is too good. 4-point game, though. By the way, they switched Davis back onto Jokic in the second half here. Hachimura was guarding him earlier in the game. And yet another Laker possession deep into the clock. It's basically a Reeves ISO. Austin Reeves. Huge shot on the baseline. Oh, Jamal Murray. He did it again. This is what we've been talking about. So Jokic brings it back, pick and roll with Murray, ton of space, and Jamal acts like he's snaking out and going to stop, and then at the last second changes direction and scores. And there's two key things to this play. One is D'Angelo Russell is really the person being faked out here, because if he commits hard to that driving gap, KCP is wide open in the corner. You can't leave him open in the corner. If LeBron steps up hard, Again, this is Aaron Gordon's gravity developing on the baseline. So he just basically fakes out 3 or 4 Lakers at once with that play because Davis also expects him to circle back out. Reeves at the other end ends up with Jokic. He's just going to drive and go at him himself. Nice defense by Jokic. Nice help by Porter. And so what happened here is that KCP does not want to leave LeBron James. He does not want to go guard Austin Reeves and end up with Jokic on LeBron James. Aaron Gordon is on AD in the corner. And so there's this miscommunication of which of the guys Jokic should be guarding, will he be guarding, ends up on Reeves. But they do a really nice job recovering. Even Murray not selling out to Rui above the break and playing the pass to the much better shooter in the corner, D'Angelo Russell. That's just knowing your personnel. The little things the Nuggets do in these big moments is really impressive to watch. Speaking of impressive, Nikola Jokic. You can go to the clear out. Just backs AD down, power, spin, up fake at the last second. We are down to 1 as we come up on the 2-minute warning. Lineup set this time. Jokic on the corner with Hachimura. Russell's just stuck. This possession goes nowhere. It's like a broken record. They were looking for this zoom action, a screen for LeBron James to get the handoff, but KCP totally takes it away. Then LeBron, great IQ for a podcaster, flips the screen and just says, D'Lo, you go get the handoff. But he doesn't do anything with it. Murray fights through the screen. Porter stays connected on that handoff. Then they late switch it, so Porter peels to D'Lo. I mean, this is just a centralized brain that is the Denver Nuggets defense. It's really awesome to watch. LeBron ends up on Jokic on the cross match. They go pick and roll. Oh, great play by LeBron. Oh, my goodness. Yet another incredible play from LeBron James. The defense, what is going on? Jokic trying to draw a foul. Murray. Oh. Okay. So after LeBron dunks on Jamal Murray, they instantly inbound. Jokic is ahead of Davis, so he's sprinting out into the front court. D'Lo comes over, and Jokic is trying to draw a 3-shot foul, airballs it. Gordon, the amazing reaction time to get it over Reeves, saves it, falling out of bounds, and Michael Porter Jr. is just money, and the game is tied. So somehow that whole sequence ends up with Denver +1 tying the game. That's Porter Jr.'s 6th 3 of the game. Let's see what the Lakers run out of the timeout. D'Angelo Russell. Ooh, okay, this is nice. So this is something different from the Lakers. A little wrinkle finally. They come out of the timeout. It is a Spain pick and roll alignment, and that little extra moment of confusion occupies all the help defenders. So Murray is a half step behind D'Lo, who can get to that strong hand, scoops it up with the left. Nuggets come out of the timeout. Murray again. And he's hit on the drive for free throws. So Murray makes both. We're back to a tie game right where we were a second ago. Oh, Lakers run the same play, but they invert it. LeBron is the ball handler this time. D'Angelo Russell is the one setting the screen on the screener in the paint. He gets a great hit on Aaron Gordon to stop him there. Tough help for Jokic. Great execution from the Lakers. Back up 2. And you know what Denver's running. They have the ball in Murray or Jokic's hands, or essentially both. Here's a switch. Oh, my goodness. The shot making of Jamal Murray. So they switched the first one with Davis out on Murray, LeBron guarding Jokic. And this is their chemistry. Jokic comes out for the catch right here, realizes the screen might be the better option. LeBron recovers, and that recovery allows a little space for Murray's step back. Man has ice in his veins, obviously. 5-second differential. They go back to the same set. They've run 3 times out of the timeout. Oh, KCP just fell down. LeBron wide open. It rims out. The good shooters miss, as I like to say. And now no timeout because you're the Denver Nuggets offense. You don't need a timeout. Murray, Jokic, pick and roll, switch. Game. And it was the same step back move. Incredible shot fading into the corner. Poor AD stuck on the bench there. It's just ending up in the hornet's nest. Salt in the wounds. So Jamal Murray, a buzzer beater. The Nuggets come back. The Lakers and the Nuggets, they play the same game every time. Let's do it again. Game 5. It's the exact same thing. This time we are tied already with 8 to play in the 4th. Davis and LeBron having big scoring games again. And James just trucks KCP to the basket to get us kicked off. I promise you these are different games, but these teams always play the same game. And I could just watch it over and over again on a loop, and that's what we're doing here today. LeBron misses another free throw. So keep those in the back of your head. Just 4th quarter missed free throws. Murray has had a much better game here. He was questionable with a calf strain. What a pocket pass. And this is another one of these plays to put in the back of your head. Empty side pick and roll. Davis actually briefly goes to play the pass. Murray still hits that little window anyway. That's what's so tricky about covering that play. Jokic is such a good screener, but you can't give him any space on the roll, so you have to respect his role. Actually, 21 points, 15 boards, 8 assists. It's been one of Jokic's worst playoff games in the last few years. Uncharacteristic turnovers, some missed shots he normally makes. Good look that time from LeBron. They go to Jokic in the post. The double comes. Look at that skip pass. And Gordon just misses a bunny. So when they double Jokic from the top, the next defender has to slide over and take Murray. D'Angelo Russell slides over to take Michael Porter Jr. Murray knows this and just skips it into the corner. There's that KCP corner threat. Great reaction from LeBron. KCP misses Gordon for the layup that time. Finds him on the drive. So good looks for each team here. D'Lo gets by Jokic in space. And just keep the ball in Murray or Jokic's hands, spamming these actions. Nice contest from Anthony Davis. Davis hurt. Oh, wait a second. Jokic with great hands. Interrupting my thought. What a play from Jokic. Those quick hands. Critical steal, taking away a transition possession from probably the best transition player in the history of the NBA, LeBron James. But he interrupted my thought. Davis hurt like his trapezius, shoulder, neck area a little bit earlier in this half and wasn't really able to lift that left arm. That's a great block on Murray with the right arm. But he's kind of been just dangling it around. I don't know if it was a stinger. Stayed in the game, basically, and has struggled with that left arm for a little bit, although it's come back to looking like normal. Handoff up the gut. Murray just rims out. Ends up with the board. I don't know if that was a travel. KCP, the Nuggets are in front. Lakers call a play from the sideline. Staggered screen for D'Lo. That is a deep shot from LeBron. Good look from Russell on the reset. That just rims out. Jokic. Oh, what a great play by LeBron to recover. This is the second outlet pass in this game. Jokic has missed. You almost never see him do that. Although this one was some Deion Sanders free safety stuff from James getting back. And another transition blow-by in space. Jokic trying to recover. So the Lakers take a 1-point lead on the goaltend. Uh-oh. You can't let Michael Porter Jr. get free like that. The man is shooting like 50% in his NBA career on wide-open threes, according to the tracking data. A great route by MPJ. Totally throws off Rui chasing him. He expects him to go to the corner, gets stuck on the wrong side of the screen. That's all she wrote. 5 more threes in this game. 26 Porter's up to. Nice late double from Porter there. And that's not a great shot. 18 foot. Not even like normal footwork there for Rui to set that shot up, so it didn't really have the right elevation. Cross match here against Reeves. Aaron Gordon always leaking out in transition to create those mismatches. Lakers come back in transition. Austin Reeves, another great transition attack. The deceleration. We are tied. Same route that time from Porter Jr., but Rui covered it much better. So they just fall back on the Jokic post-up. Here comes that double. And it is a poster. Jamal Murray gets LeBron back from the Game 2 dunk down the stretch. Reeves initiating again. Good look from him. Bounces around and goes in. 6 quick points from Austin Reeves. And see, Denver just comes right back with pace. The conditioning at the altitude. And what do you do here once Reeves loses half a step? If you're Anthony Davis, you don't want to leave Jokic. We just talked about that. And if you're LeBron, you don't want to step too much off Aaron Gordon. He actually stunts toward Murray to try to fake him into picking it up. But Jamal's got the rhythm right now. He finished with 32 and 7 assists in this game. Out of the timeout, they go LeBron Davis pick and roll. And this is just a vintage spread pick and roll. KCP takes 2 steps over to help on Anthony Davis. That opens up the closeout. Gordon doesn't want to overcommit to leaving AD on the lob. Great finish by D'Lo. Lakers are really good. Lakers are a really good team. They're just dealing with this monster in the Nuggets, who then come out of the timeout with their own stuff. And when that first action breaks down, just go to this guy. Oh, and here we've got some controversy. Okay, so there's a foul called on the floor. The Lakers challenge this call. They only have 1 timeout. And I believe the rule here, which is a little weird, is that because it's their second challenge, they lose the timeout anyway. So they can win the challenge from a basketball perspective, which they do. All the other contact down low is called incidental. Davis gets the block, so it's no free throws. Lakers also have imminent possession, so they get the ball. So it's a huge win on the challenge. But they lose that last timeout because it's their second challenge. Nuggets end up switching this time. Jokic on LeBron. They usually send a double late. This time it's Reeves in the corner. And again, grab and go. Jokic just pushes. Backs down Rui. No one's around. I mean, the guy, it's like shooting at a Nerf hoop with this guy. Everything inside 10 or 8 feet is just like these little droplets of water gently into a pond. Bad game for Jokic, 23 points, 18 boards, 9 assists. Trying to work the Russell Davis. Oh, man. Austin Reeves. Lakers back in front. I think we should have these teams play another series. The Nuggets can move on, but I think just for exhibition purposes, we should see how many times they can do this. And this is because of the help. Jokic's motor, passing this ball and then immediately going to the perimeter to screen. The screen chips away at Russell a little bit. He calls for the late switch, peels over to Jokic, and that's great, but Jokic is inside already. Cookie Monster eats the rebound. Denver back in front. This game is the best. How do you do that? I don't know how you do that at 29, let alone 39. Left-hand adjustment. They work this two-man game, constantly resetting it. Jamal Murray fade. We've seen that shot before. Well defended by AD. How did Aaron Gordon get this? LeBron has him boxed out. That's just will, athleticism. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Jamal Murray. You do not want to leave Jamal Murray open for three with a minute left in a playoff game. That is not doctor recommended. 2-point game. Reeves. Oh, he makes that shot like 60% of the time, I feel like. Pretty good look for him on the late switch. Now they have to double because of the cross match. And this is all, okay, so this is all because Jokic just gets it and pushes it right down their throat. So only the smalls are on the same side of the court. Reeves or Russell has to pick him up. They actually just double him wisely. And then no one scrams out. So when they repost, LeBron does a great job getting there at the last second. Oh, no foul. And LeBron looks gassed, the hands on the hips. That was a great rotation by him at the last second. Could be a foul. I like letting him play a little bit, personally. 38 seconds to go. Rui sets the screen. So they go after Michael Porter Jr. Isolation. LeBron, this time he gets the free throws on this end. Porter just reached a little bit too much. When you've played this long, even when you're not a great free throw shooter, that's going down. 106 all. And one subtle thing about that prior possession. LeBron walked the dog to give them more time with the ball. Once he got the switch with Michael Porter Jr., he took a long time to attack, so you'd lose the 2-for-1. An extra 4 or 5 seconds would be very helpful because remember, the Lakers don't have any timeouts. So now Denver is going to milk it all the way down in the tie game. If LeBron had missed, they would have needed to have fouled. Same situation. So I think he should have gone a little bit earlier. They're looking for Jokic. Murray, he did it again. The blue arrow did it again. Half-court heave. They have no timeouts, so nothing they can do. And first of all, Jokic, the same thing that we saw earlier, transitioning from fighting for the post catch at the elbow and then immediately sprinting into the screen to try to put Davis behind the play. Murray comes off the pick. AD doesn't want to leave that roll pass for Jokic. You can't leave these guys open. Creates the little sidestep, hanging elevation. Denver's just too good. The Nuggets, they are now 54-7 at home in the last 2 years with this starting lineup. 54-7. The last time they lost a regulation game at home by more than 3 points was March 8th, 2023. March 8th, 2023. That means in 61 home playoff games, they've either won or had a chance to win at the last second in 59 of the games. An incredible performance from LeBron James. In our model for Patreon subscribers, patreon.com/thinkingbasketball, the second best first-round performance by box score. Jokic is first, 28 points per game in the series, 63% true shooting. Lakers just got a raw hand being dealt the Nuggets. I think they were one of the better teams in the league, but Jamal Murray, the blue arrow, ice water in his veins. We've got a video on him on the channel. We've got a video on why the Nuggets are so good in the clutch on the channel. Check those out. Hope you enjoyed this one. To support us, patreon.com/thinkingbasketball. Otherwise, we'll see you in the future for more and hope you are having a great day.